Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Hot Jobs at HireMilitary. Thank you so much for joining us today. We have some really incredible opportunities to share for our viewers today, to include DoD SkillBridge internships and full-time direct hire roles. As always, if you're a transitioning service member, a veteran, or a military spouse, please tell us where you are tuning in from and a little bit about yourself in the comments. It's always so much fun to just learn more about our community through these LinkedIn Lives every week. Also, if you are a first-time guest with us here at Hot Jobs, please let us know. It's so much fun to see first-time viewers come on and just join our community here at HireMilitary. So please take a few minutes to introduce yourself in the chats. Welcome, Robert Jacob from Masonite, one of our longtime favorites here. Welcome. So glad to see everyone here. Keep introducing yourselves. It's so much fun for us to get to know you more. Here in the recruiting team at HireMilitary, we desire to assist as many of you as humanly possible in finding your new career this year. So as you are introducing yourself in the chats, we'd love to know what kind of roles you are searching for. So drop the industries, job titles that you're interested in. If that's guided by a certain location, please share that with us as well. It's a really great way for us to get to know more about our community and hopefully connect you to some open opportunities that match those things that you are looking for. Wow, the chats are lighting up. I can't even concentrate. There's just so many people here. Devin, John, Michael, goodness, it's great. Welcome, everyone. So good to see everyone here this morning. So while everyone is continuing to introduce themselves in the chats, we'll take a couple minutes to introduce our team here at HireMilitary. I am Kate Wood. I'm a recruiter here at HireMilitary. I'm an Army veteran and a military spouse, currently stationed at Eglin Air Force Base in Northwest Florida. And if you are in this area of the country, you know that this time of year is Mardi Gras. So happy Fat Tuesday, Shrove Tuesday, Pancake Day, however you celebrate it here. And we'd love to hear more from the rest of our team as well. And I'd love to know, if you are tuning in, who lives in the most austere location? And I think the first person on our team here, Lucy, might be the winner. But I'd love to hear from everyone else in the chats. If you are stationed somewhere overseas, Oconus, where's everyone tuning in from? It'd be fun to see who's in the wildest location. But Lucy, let us know where you're tuning in from.
Sorry, just had to take myself off mute there. Hey, Kate. Hey, everybody. I am Lucy Robinson. I am one of the recruiters here at HireMilitary. Currently stationed, well, my husband is currently stationed at Eielson Air Force Base in the middle of Alaska, Fairbanks, Alaska, if you are familiar. We've been here for about 6 months now. But you stole my thunder because you said Shrove Tuesday. I wanted to wish you happy Shrove Tuesday. I've seen 4 or 5 people from the UK on this live already today, so you will know what that means. Or if you've been assigned or stationed in the UK before, but also to the Welsh among us, happy St. David's Day. That's a really big deal for us in the UK.
Wonderful. Thanks so much, Lucy. I've seen a couple people, New Jersey, that's not too austere, but that's a great location as well. So wonderful. Thank you, everyone, for keeping to introduce yourself in the chats. And thank you, Lucy. Always so great to have you here. And Amber, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. It's nice to be back with you guys here. My name's Amber. I'm also on the recruiting team, and I'm an Air Force veteran, military spouse now. My husband is at Fort Sam, so we're in San Antonio, and it's just lovely here.
It's a great time of year. I know it's probably similar weather here as it is here in Florida. It's just starting to warm up, and spring's coming. It's just fantastic. So great. Thank you so much, Amber. We missed you last week, but glad to have you back on. And Kadeen, welcome.
Thank you, Kate. Hi, everyone. My name is Kadeen, and I'm back. So I'm an Air Force veteran. I say veteran because I'm literally transitioning out the military as we speak. So I'm a SkillBridge intern, as I said. And I get out of the military at the end of July. So I was originally in Oklahoma, moved to Denver, living my best life, enjoying my freedom. So it's great to be here. Great to work with all of y'all, and looking forward to today's live.
Yes, so great to have you here, Kadeen. I know we're going to hear more from you later about open SkillBridge internships, so very excited to hear about that. And also another member of our team who's not on the live today, but is here with us in the chats is Brandy Walker. She's another one of our SkillBridge recruiters, and she'll be helping us out to drop links, answer questions as we go. So definitely say hi to Brandy. There she is, Brandy Walker, right there in the chats. So welcome, everyone. And if you've tuned into a recent broadcast, you'll remember that we take the last 5 to 10 minutes of our broadcast every week to answer some job search related questions. We've really enjoyed this. It gives us a time to kind of give back to our community here, sharing any tips, advice as it relates to resumes, interviewing, and just general job searching. So as we go along here, please drop those questions in the chats. If we're not able to get to your question today, we take down all those questions and it helps to kind of formulate what we want to discuss next week. So please drop those questions in the chats. And like I mentioned, we'll take the last 5 or so minutes to answer those questions if you have them today. So let's get back to hot jobs that we will be discussing today. So just as a caveat, as we're sharing roles, if you are interested in any of the roles, you can simply just type the name of the role into the chats. And that way we'll be able to know what links to share with you. If Brandy isn't able to share them today during the live, we definitely go back to all the comments following the live broadcasts and try to get links to everyone as well. But you can always go to HireMilitary.us where all of our DoD SkillBridge internships and all of our direct hire roles are placed as well. So let's get into it. That is more than enough for me for right now. So Kadeen, I would love to hear about the DoD SkillBridge internships that you'll be sharing with us today.
Absolutely, Kate. So you guys, we have 4 amazing opportunities to present to you guys. So the first of those opportunities is an accounting clerk, which is something that's been highly sought after by many of you guys. For this position, we want someone who have a minimum of 2 years of business-related experience. So if anything within accounting field, within the business field, this is what we're looking for. We want someone who have a high school diploma or GED, or preferred if you have your associates in finance or business, that is great. If you do not have either, we are also open to candidates that have 2 to 3 years of experience with bookkeeping. So if you're in the financial field and you're wanting to transition into that role, go ahead and check it out. Our second role is an administrative assistant role. So for this role, they're looking for someone who's able to orchestrate office administrative tasks, someone who is very related to customer service orientation, job management, and just dealing with tracking, scheduling, all that good stuff. So if you think this role may be a good fit for you, go ahead and apply. We then have an actual accountant role. And for this role, they're looking for someone who has a bachelor's degree in accounting, finance, or business related field. They're looking for someone who is proficient in verifying data, making accurate calculation, and also dealing with financial documents and report. The next role that we do have is an instrumentation technician. So this requires 3 years of experience with electronics or instrumentation and 1 year of experience with SCADA. So that is the requirement that they do have, or any related control system. This role requires a high school diploma or GED. They are looking for someone who has their CCST certification or their AA degree. If you have completed an electronic apprenticeship, that is a huge plus. So you guys, that are all the roles I have for you today. Brandy will leave the link in the chat. Go ahead and check it out and go ahead and apply. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Kadeen. And like we mentioned earlier, the roles that Kadeen is sharing are for DoD SkillBridge internships. Those are available for eligible service members within their last 180 days of service. So if you're a transitioning service member and interested, definitely check out the 4 roles that Kadeen mentioned, or you can head over to HireMilitary.us and look at our over 250 plus roles that we have to share as well across multiple industries. Thank you so much, Kadeen. And now we are going to get into our direct hire roles. These are available for transitioning service members as well, looking for full-time permanent employees, veterans, and military spouses. So Amber, I know you have some really exciting roles to share with us today.
I sure do, Kate. The first position that I have to share is out of Phoenix. It's a customer development representative. This is working for a global company, and it's really, really exciting for us. But the kind of core requirements here, a customer service mindset. They do prefer a bachelor's degree. It's not necessarily a deal breaker. So again, that's a customer development rep. And I do believe Brandy's going to be dropping the link for that one in the chat. So if you have questions at all, feel free to reach out my way.
Wonderful. That's great. And a project coordinator role in Lansing, Michigan.
Yeah, Kate, this one is actually really, really exciting. Also, this is in research and development. So for this project coordinator in Lansing, they do prefer 2 to 3 years of project coordinating experience as they help deliver really major organizational projects for a worldwide leader. And like I said, that's in research and development. They're doing some phenomenal things in Lansing, Michigan.
Fantastic. I know we were excited to hear about that role as well. So that's great. Thank you for sharing that, Amber. And your last role is a remote role.
It is. It's a remote senior management consultant position. This is in support of a federal government contract. They do require 7 years of experience, and one of the requirements is to have previous experience with the VA and the VHA. So that's the senior management consultant, and it's a remote position.
Thank you so much, Amber, for sharing those roles. Again, Amber mentioned the customer development representative in Phoenix, project coordinator, Lansing, Michigan, and the senior management consultant remote. I'm also going to be sharing a couple roles, and Amber's last role was a great segue into the role I will be sharing. It's with the same organization. They're looking for senior management consultants and also management consultants in a fully remote capacity. Like the senior management consultant role, this will be supporting a VHA, Veterans Health Administration program. So the main deal breaker for this role is experience working within the VA or the VHA. And for the management consultant role, they need 2 to 5 years previous experience working in the VHA or the VHA. So please check out that role if you qualify and are interested. The next role I have to share with you today is a district manager transportation. This is located in Richmond, Virginia. This company provides non-emergent medical transport. And one of the great things about this role is that as a district manager, you will be coordinating the daily operating activities of their entire fleet. And many of the drivers within their fleet are veterans, which is why they've reached out to us to bring a veteran on. They're looking for candidates with excellent leadership experience in transportation or logistics, who can manage the day-to-day operations, like I've mentioned, and oversee all aspects of operational services in the greater Richmond, Virginia area. So if you're interested, just type district manager in the chat. I know Brandy will be dropping that link as well. Next up, I have 2 separate opportunities with a new client that we just brought on. They're very exciting. They are a financial technology company that provides AI-driven corporate search for mergers and acquisitions, private equity, and venture capital growth. They have 2 main offices, one in New York City and one in West Palm Beach, Florida. So they are looking for data engineers. These roles are in a hybrid capacity. You will work remote 2 days a week and then on-site in their office the other 3 days of the week. So for the data engineer roles, we have multiple levels of data engineers, but the baseline that they need is 3 years experience in data engineering or as a software engineer with a data-centric view. So when Brandy drops those links in the chats, that'll take you to all of our data engineer roles that we have with this organization. Definitely take a look. Again, they're open to placing candidates in either the New York City or West Palm Beach, Florida location. They also are looking for software engineers for this same company. Again, in New York City or West Palm Beach, Florida. The software engineers will also work in that hybrid capacity, 2 days a week remote, 3 days a week on site. And we have multiple levels of software engineers available too. The baseline for these roles is 2 to 3 years software engineering experience. Again, with any tech type roles, there's a stack that they're looking for, specific platforms and tools that they're wanting experience in. So definitely look at these opportunities. If they work and match for what you're looking for, go ahead and apply. And we look forward to reviewing your application. So that concludes all the roles that we are mentioning today. I'm just going to run through by name again. For DoD SkillBridge internships, we had the admin assistant, the accountant, the instrumentation technician, and the accounting clerk. For direct hire roles, we had customer development rep, project coordinator, senior management consultant, district manager, data engineer, and software engineers. Again, you can just type the title straight into the chats. We'll know to reach out to you directly, or Brandy has graciously dropped all of those links right into the chats for your viewing pleasure as well. So next up, we have our recruiter roundup with Lucy, where she shares a little bit about recruiting tips and tricks. But today we have a special edition. Lucy. Oops, you're muted.
I am. I see that. We do have a special guest today, but before we get into that and a special conversation, I did want to answer a couple of people's questions and just give you a heads up on something that's coming our way in the next week or so. So we've had a few questions around remote positions. Absolutely, we have remote roles. Take a look at our website, HireMilitary.us, and all of our remote vacancies come up there. In addition, we've had quite a few questions around the Northeast and the New England area, New York specifically, and somebody else mentioned Maryland. We have met with a client this morning who is giving us in excess of 40 opportunities, ops management, logistics, technical, general management. Those roles will be coming on in about a week or so's time. We will be talking about those. But if that area and that kind of function interests you, definitely get in touch with us. Drop us a message on LinkedIn just so that we have got your interest registered, so that as soon as those vacancies come up onto our website, we can just ping you a message. So that's just to, yep. And again, another question about remote opportunities. Yes, there are lots on our website. So please do take a look. So you have noticed over the last month that we have had Kadeen with us. She is our SkillBridge intern supporting the SkillBridge internship program. So when I was talking to her yesterday, having her first monthly review, and she was sharing all of her input and her information and her feedback on the first 4 weeks, I really felt like it was such a great conversation to be able to share with you guys, because she has learned so much and things have not necessarily been what she anticipated them to be post-transition from active duty. So, Kadeen, hi, I'm going to pull you back in again now. I have got a couple of questions that I haven't shared with you yet, so no time to prep. I'm going to put you on the spot. What I wanted to ask you today was, for you, what has been the biggest surprise so far in your transition into the civilian world?
Oh, wow. That is a great question, Lucy. I honestly would say when you're in the military, your whole career is mapped out for you, right? You go from E1 to E2, E3, and then so on and so forth. When you're in the civilian sector, your career is solely up to you. You get to decide if you are going to progress or if you're going to stay stagnant. So that has been like the biggest shocker for me, honestly.
Well, basically, you have to make your own decisions and you're not just waiting for somebody to tell you what to do. Right, I've got it. Okay. In terms of your home life, how has your work-life balance shifted? Especially working here at HireMilitary, because we work 40 hours a week, but it's a really fast-paced role. It's like bang, bang, bang. How has that been for you?
Yeah, I love it. I appreciate the culture. I appreciate like the difference. When you're coming from the military, everything is so structured. You can't think outside of the box. You basically have to be in a specific mold. In this role, you're having to think outside the box. You're on your feet, thinking on your feet all the time. When it comes to work balance, I get off work and I'm much happier, to be honest. My husband said it. Yeah, my husband said it. He's like, you're so much happier. Like, you're so much more relieved. It's been such a great process. The life balance is great. Like, you're able to have fun throughout the day, take breaks, have family time, but still get the work done as well. So I thoroughly enjoy it.
I love that, and I'm very glad. My question to you is, what has surprised you about the world of recruitment sitting on this side of the table? What have you learned that you did not know when you were applying for jobs?
Wow, that's also a great question. I think when I was applying, I was just so nervous, like most people. You're so nervous on saying the right answer or having the right qualification that sometimes we forget that you also have to have personality, right? You have to be yourself. Like, you are qualified, but also it's important to portray your personality in the process. So that's a huge thing that I learned.
And what did I tell you? We recruited you for your smile, because you were just so engaging. And, we met via Zoom, which most people do these days, Teams or Zoom for video interviews. And we just loved you from the moment we met you because of your engaging personality. And one last question, and it's less of a question, but it's, do you have a piece of advice that you could share with our audience based on your experience so far?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say it's very hard to say now, but just don't be too anxious. I know everyone wants to have a plan to transition out. We're all scared because you have bills to pay and everything, but don't be anxious. Know that you have all the qualification that's required for the position that you're applying for, and know that what is for you will be for you, right? Rejection does not mean denied. Like, every time you get knocked down, pick yourself up, put yourself out there, network, use LinkedIn, use your resource in your network, and it will all work out, honestly.
Thank you. It will all work out. What's meant for you will wait for you. I say that an awful lot, especially to my candidates. I really appreciate your time, and I'm sorry for putting you on the spot, but I feel like you shared some insight and information for people who are going through the transition at the moment. So thank you again.
Thank you.
So I just wanted to share with you a piece about resume formatting. It's not something that we've really covered before, but we are seeing an awful lot of resumes come through from people at various stages of their career, veterans, transitioning service members, spouses, and we are spending an awful lot of time working with candidates on their resume, just on the look, the presentation alone, without even then going the next step to the content. And I think the biggest thing for us is really to identify and to share with you that corporations are really expecting to see a document that's 2 pages at maximum. Some people say 1 page. I like a 2-pager because it gives you the opportunity to share more information. I think a 1-pager literally just lists out your roles and nothing else. I want to see more than that. But anything more than 2 pages is not an acceptable length. It absolutely is for a federal resume. If you're applying on USA Jobs for a GS position or any federal position. But for us in corporate America, definitely keep to 2 pages. And unless you are applying for a creative role, I know lots of people go out there and they see templates that they can buy and utilize, and they are beautiful. And the fonts are lovely, and there's lots of columns and boxes. But those ones don't work so well for people coming out of the military because it doesn't give you sufficient space within. It's not a good optimum use of the space of those 2 pages to have all of your information. But second of all, if you're applying, especially for Fortune, up to Fortune 250 companies, they utilize ATS, so applicant tracking systems or software, and you will recognize it might say Workday at the beginning of the URL or Breezy. I don't know, we've lots of others that we work with, iSIMS. Those systems don't read resumes that are in boxes or in columns particularly well. So just be aware of that. It's much better to go down the traditional route of having your professional summary, your career experience, and then your certifications and your achievements at the end. And I guess from my perspective, and I've had this conversation a couple of times recently, is keep your information relevant. When I say 2 pages, that's not in font size 8. You still should be working at 10 at a total minimum, ideally 11 or 12, because you want to make it easy and digestible for the reader. Bullet as much as you can, because remember, even with our own eyes, we scan for the relevant keywords and the pertinent data. So make it easy on the eye. And have you lost me, Kate? Oh, I'm still here. Sorry, I lost myself. That's Alaska for you. And even if you have got a lot of information and you even think it's slightly tricky to read, make sure that your professional summary at the top really encapsulates you. It sells you and essentially is your Cliff's Notes or your elevator pitch, so that it grabs the reader. That is your hook, so that they do then delve deeply into the mass of other information. So that's something I wanted to share with you today. And if you did have any further questions, do ask. We are going to be asking a little bit now in terms of the audience and what you've got for us today. But, I see. KISS. Yes, Casey, absolutely. And clean. But what I wanted to finish up today with was, on behalf of HireMilitary, as spouses and veterans, our hearts and thoughts really are with everybody during these tricky times right now in world news and events. And we just wanted to acknowledge that today. But back to you, Kate.
Thank you so much, Lucy. And Kadeen, thank you so much. That was so great hearing your just how your experience has been thus far. Obviously, we love having you on our team, but it's great to hear that it's been as great for you as it has been for us. So thank you so much for sharing that. And resume tips from Lucy, as always, such great information. So thank you for that as well. I just wanted to mention as well, our CEO, Michael Quinn, is hosting a USO LinkedIn workshop. He does these, I think it's once a month or twice a month now. So the next one will be March 9th at 11 a.m. Eastern time. And Brandy is going to be dropping that link for you all in the chat to register. These are phenomenal workshops. I've attended probably 4. I know the rest of our team has attended multiple as well. I get something out of them every single time. He's fantastic at just providing really legitimate advice surrounding LinkedIn, how to use it, how to optimize it as a transitioning service member, veteran, or a spouse. So definitely check that out and register. You'll probably see several of us on there as well in the chats, engaging with that as well. So thank you so much, everyone. I did see a couple comments regarding any opportunities in New York. And Lucy mentioned we're going to be bringing on some roles hopefully in the near future. So definitely, if you don't see something on our website right now, either SkillBridge internships or direct hire that are of interest to you, bookmark our careers page. We are adding new roles on a weekly, almost daily basis as well. So definitely check back there. On the direct hire side as well, you can also register your interest. Which is basically just creating a profile, and we will email out to you when any roles come up that fit your unique ideals that you want, that you're searching for in your next role. So you can register your interest with us there as well. So like we mentioned before, if you're watching this on recording, you can still type into the chats if any roles are of interest to you. We always continually check back at the comments to provide links or answer any questions that you have, even following the broadcast as well. So again, like if you didn't hear of anything, we have 60 full-time permanent roles available, over 250 SkillBridge internships. So please take a look. And thank you to our recruiting team, Kadeen, Amber, Lucy, for all of the valuable information that you've shared today and every week that you provide to us. And to Brandy in the chats, you are the real MVP, sharing all those links for us and interacting with everyone as we go here today. Just really appreciate you as well. And to all of you for tuning in. Thank you for spending some time with us here this week. We hope that you got something out of it. And if you did find it valuable, share it with your battle buddies, your teammates, things like that as well. We'd love to have them come on. It's always so great to see our community expanding. So thank you all so much for being with us here today. And we hope to see you next week for another Hot Jobs with HireMilitary. Take care, everyone.